Edmodo is an educational tool that redefines social networking, improves, and makes it suitable for the classroom and a distant learning environment. Harlequin 2014. Okay. Some would ask, why Edmodo? There are several points to be made to justify this. Edmodo is safe, fun, easy to use, and build online learning community. It's free. The interface is easy to use. One is able to connect, collaborate, share content, and access homework, grades, and school notices. Teachers can post assignments and assessments and give students feedback. Teachers can maintain personal content library to share with their members as well. Okay, and one that is interested in joining the Edmodo and creating an account, there are three options. You can sign up as a teacher, you can sign up as a student, or you can press this button, sign up as a parent. And all these three will give access to the Edmodo account. Students will have their own accounts to actually access teachers' assignments, and teachers will actually be the ones creating those assignments. Okay. Now, once you have mastered the appropriate button, then you'll be prompted to choose one of these to create your new account. If you have a strong Google background, this button would be best for you to use to do Google. Office 360, if you have a lot of depth with that, then you may want to continue with that access. But at any rate, once you create your account, you're going to be prompted to create an email account and create a password. Okay, as you can see here, for a teacher, they're going to ask for an email address, and then they're going to ask for a password. Usually, if you're in a work environment, working for some school district, that email would probably be the school district email. And then here's, as you can see, it's signed up. You don't have to pay anything, it's free. Okay, then you give your name, first name, last name, and your title, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a trainer, whatever applies to you in that. And then you can indicate the school that you are, if you are a teaching professional in a school system, then you would indicate what school that you attend, where you'll be using it. And also, you can invite other colleagues to supply ideas or resources, or even share your resources if you feel like they would benefit someone else. This is where you would go to invite them, or this is the screen that you will see to invite them as well. Now, as you can see, teachers that are entering to create an account, there's a part of the screen that will show group code. In this particular case, it's locked. Once you create an account, and once you receive a code, what happens is, as time passes, if it's not being utilized, or if the deadline is passed or the due date has passed, then it will automatically lock itself. And then teachers can, of course, go back and reopen it if they wish to extend the time for students to do work, which happens occasionally when students are out for whatever reason. You can go back and open it up for them to actually do the catch-up work. Okay. Now, on this screen, teachers setting up their accounts. This is what they will see, and this right here that I'm circling is really the heart of everything that happens here on Edmodo. You can put notes for your assignments. You can do assignments to ask what they are, describing them. Then you can create quizzes. You can do polls, and you can do snapshots. Excuse me. The next few screens will actually give some detail about those. Okay, and these are the main actions that the teacher will set up. Each assignment can be given a name. As you can see, you can put the title of the assignment here. Then there's the dates that you may want to do. And then if you want to indicate it, you can lock it after that due date is passed to allow nobody to access it after the due date. You can also add it to a grade book. And then you have your assignment description. Okay. And once you've done all that, then you can actually put the group here on this line that you want to actually have. If you're a teacher that has a lot of classes, then you put, and they're doing the same types of activities, then you may have some that will actually overlap, and they can be listed there as well. Okay. Now on the bottom of the screen, you have 5 symbols here. Which give you an option for attaching files. This is the button, attach files. And then sharing links right here, adding from library, accessing Google, and then setting up for later activity. You can actually have a delayed time for something to be, assignment to be handled. And once you've set all that up, then you hit send. Okay? And then it'll go to its appropriate group that you've assigned. It also has a feature for you to create a quiz. With the quiz button, you hit the create quiz here, and it actually even have a tutorial for you to see it if you want to get a little more depth in it. But on the next screen, as you can see, you can create, it allows you to create multiple choice questions, true, false, fill in the blank, matching, and short answer. And these are some of the choices up here. This is a multiple choice setup here, and as you can see, it'll ask you to add the first question, and then it's going to prompt you to add those other choices as well. And it's real good. And it does the same with the other ones. They're just maybe slight modulation in the way they look, but pretty much the same as asked what you're going to create. Okay. The polling category allows students to participate and give feedback on the activity they completed. The teacher will develop effective questions to use for this task to somehow gather that information, and they can use that information for future planning. Okay. And then we come to the snapshot. And this is what the snapshot screen looked like. It allows you to select your math standards and list them, what they are. And then it can actually give some assessment, assign assessments to students on it. But here is where the analytics are. Receive real-time results and progress data. And it's usually charts that are shown to indicate what that is. Students, teachers, and parents are always able to give comments when they are doing an activity. There may be questions asked about the assignment, and some feedback is shared between all the parties involved. And that's what the snapshot is actually purposes is serving. Okay. Now, I forgot to mention about the notes, but here we can do notes. And when we create a note, what happens is that we want to type the note in here on this line. And I think the line will actually drop down if you need to add more until you put in what you need. And then you'll type the name of the group that are groups of students that you want to receive that note. Okay. And you have those same options again that we talked about at the bottom there with those attaching files or links or library or Google Drive, or have this note come out later, and then you send it once it's developed to your satisfaction. Okay. Now, the last of the main use spots would be note that we talked about that. Okay. Students in iPad Basics class would gain access through what you see here on the screen. They will put their name, their full name. They will put the group code of the group that they're joining, and then they will create their own username. And then you may want to use, I usually would suggest the user email where they can kind of keep up with everything, and then create their own password where they can access their own account. So they're taking the personal responsibility at this particular point. Okay. And the teacher of the created group will be informed and asked to accept them into the group. And this is really the social aspect of this. This is a safeguard to ensure that students are where they should be. This is good if you have more than one class to deal with. Okay. But this is where the students will actually give their information. All right. Now, the strengths of Edmodo, the fact that it's free, it has no age limit, and it's very accessible by the different groups. It's quick to learn for teachers and students who are not confident with technology. It's a real good way to get into that. And those that are really familiar with Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat would probably fall right in line with Edmodo. Polls and quizzes gives opportunity for practice. Edmodo is safe. After posting their work, students can receive feedback. There are text alerts, positive reinforcement, and you can create small groups within the class, allowing students to be grouped by their prior technical ability. Okay. Weaknesses. We have to kind of think about the lack of ability for collaborative messages between students, and really just saying that when students, most of the discussion is really more of an open within the group, so everybody in the group kind of sees what's being said. If you really wanted to have a one-on-one with somebody else, you probably would want to kind of have some other means to do that. If students are working as a team on a collaborative project, they are unable to message one another through Edmodo. I think that this is a real drawback, although you could get around it by an outside messaging system. Okay. Edmodo is excellent communication skill too, but you have to keep in mind that it is not a full-fledged learning management system such as what you get from Blackboard or Moodle, and that's Youngblood 2014. Okay, usability. One of the hallmark strengths of Edmodo is its usability. It was designed for professional classroom appropriate communication. Purposeful leaves out extraneous distractions. Edmodo always vows to keep bandwidth usage low, keep communication accessible on many devices, and take pride in the user's friendly yet powerful interface. The visual interface is perfect for our senior users since presenting more images and less words is preferable, and that's Klesky 2014. It is also recommended to use menu systems and graphical user interfaces, Hagen 2012. And the Edmodo interface is very user-friendly, visually a desktop arrangement with the course contents all located in visual file tabs. The folder allows teachers to organize courses, break the course into sections, modules, which, as Roby advised, breaking the process down into small chunks is best. Roby 2016. Roby also advised using a multi-modular approach when teaching technology to seniors. Edmodo Library Features allows teachers to upload, share digital media such as blogs, links, videos, documents, notes, and presentations. Now, sustainability of Edmodo is the largest, fastest growing social platform in education. There are 10 million Edmodo users in all 50 states. In every country in the world, Edmodo goal is to help educators harness the power of social media to customize classroom for each and every learner, and that's TNS 2012. It's clear to us that Edmodo is well on its way to becoming one of the key networks in our lives. Just as Lampkin and the professional graph for work, Facebook, social media for your friends, Edmodo is the educational graph for learning. Edmodo provides a classroom where technology and learning are connected. Because it is a leader in social networking, it could be counted constantly improve its software. While it currently lacks the ability for students to collaborate as a team, could certainly be a drawback for many learners situations. It is likely something that will become available as the software grows. Thanks for your